Thursday, May 16th, 2024. This is your midday edition of Top Stories. I am Dana Malcolm. Coming up after this, the news that matters most.
Consultation on the multi-sector agency regulator for your Turks and Caicos utility sector continues, and the Energy and Utilities Department urges you to tell them what you think. The regulator will give oversight to telecommunications, petroleum retailers and wholesalers, water and sewerage, and energy. Get and review the draft policy and email your feedback to regulatoryconsultation@gov.tc. That's regulatoryconsultation@gov.tc.
Winners of the 2023 Leading Luxury Villa Resort Award, Sail Rock Resort in South Caicos is again being recognized, this time by Ethos magazine, for its commitment to environmental protection. As emergent leaders in responsible tourism, resorts can have significant impacts on sustainability and conservation efforts. That is coming from Jill Ettinger, writer of the article, who also pinpointed upcoming resorts which have advertised on sustainable tourism, those including Salterra and the Andaz. The article focused on the TCI's environment and the effects of tourism, as well as the responsibility to mitigate those effects. It lauded the government for its commitment, even as there were calls for stricter enforcement of environmental laws to protect the country's coral reefs and marine life. The identity of the latest American arrested for having ammunition in breach of the firearms ordinance in the Turks and Caicos has been released. Her name, Sharita Shanice Grier. From Orlando in the United States, she was charged on Tuesday, May 14th, with one count of possession of ammunition. She appeared in the magistrate's court earlier today, Thursday, and was remanded pending a sufficiency hearing set for July 5th. It means she will spend over a month in TCI prison, unless the 45-year-old applies for bail. Biased results from AI services are a concern that tech and media personnel are sounding an alarm about as AI use, especially generative AI, becomes more commonplace. Now, Kairos, a company chaired by Turks Islander and elected member E.J. Saunders, says it has created an identity verification algorithm that will deliver unbiased tech for ID verification globally. Kairos says it has the ability to process over 4,000 types of ID documents from more than 190 countries and can perform liveness detection, making sure that an actual human being is on the screen, as well as biometric verification and more. Magnetic Media is your news leader.
This is an important advisory from Digicel Turks and Caicos. All Digicel subscribers whose SIM cards were issued prior to July 2021, kindly visit your nearest Digicel store and have your SIM card swapped at no cost to you. There's also dedicated SIM swap teams that will be at different locations throughout the various islands on specific days. Please look out for the communication via SMS text message. This is a Telecoms Commission regulatory mandate and enhances network reliability and speed. Please swap your SIM cards as soon as possible to avoid mobile service interruption.
It is still above the 2% goal, but inflation in the United States eased in April, recording a 3.4% increase over April 2023. That's down from the 3.5% year-on-year inflation recorded in March. The U.S. Federal Reserve wants to keep inflation rising at a steady rate of 2% yearly, following record spikes in 2022. As part of efforts to celebrate the unique strengths of children with autism and build the capacity of teachers in engaging children on the spectrum, around 10 ambassadors from Beach's Turks and Caicos Resort recently joined educators and students at the Thelma Lightburn Primary School in a fun tie and dye activity to demonstrate the kaleidoscopic beauty of every child and creatively showcase and engage students in appreciating the strengths and unique characteristics they each hold. Beaches says the activity provided a dynamic space for inclusion. Magnetic Media, the power of attraction.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number 1 is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
Fortis TCI is promising local students valuable work experience as they seek participants for their upcoming summer program. The company says spots are open in both Providenciales and Grand Turk. Lasting from July 8th to August 16th, 10 students will be chosen with priority given to those in accounting, business, engineering, information technology, law, or other closely related fields, and they will be paid for their time. Fortis, the electricity provider of the Turks and Caicos, emphasizes that students are expected to apply before the May 31 deadline. We are living in the hottest times ever recorded as the global temperature record streak continues. The last 11 months have been the hottest in recorded history, and sea surface temperatures have been record high for the past 13 months. A May 15 report from the World Meteorological Organization says it's fueled by the El Niño weather event, plus climate change caused by human activities. Scientists are, however, predicting a return of La Niña in the coming months. That is it for this edition of the news. Thank you so much for joining us. Top Stories in 5 is a Magnetic Media production.